Welcome back to the GSL. I'm Tasis, and with me is Artosis. We are actually halfway done with today's work.
Yeah.
It's like such a short day today.
My subway commute was longer than work today.
I know. It's all right. I'm going to take you on a mandate later. Go play some video games.
So excited.
Buy
Can
you
we get
coffee.
a cheese platter at the wine place?
We're going to get Gilja against TSL Killer. These guys both use IDs you're probably more familiar with. It is Sync against Songho.
That's a match I would have been excited to see in StarCraft 1.
I know. These guys are
in StarCraft
good.
2. Like,
it's actually kind of sad they're both going to face in Code A because these guys are actually very, very good. Sync, I have never actually had any personal experiences with, but he is a good, very good StarCraft player.
Champion, an old-time champion. Really great Terran player from StarCraft 1.
Yeah.
StarCraft 2 not doing as well.
Unfortunately, no. Here's a shot at him now.
There he is. Gilja, a.k.a. Sync, gets a round of 32 in Season 2. Took out Juke 2 from OGS in the first round, and then lost to NSP Genius.
He's a very solid player. He is having a tough time in StarCraft 2. I wonder if this is one of those guys that gets good after other people get good first. I don't mean that in a very critical way, but I mean maybe he learns from others better than teaching himself.
Maybe,
what do you
but
think?
When you think of how old his OSL championship was, everyone was kind of playing their own style back then.
That's true.
I'm not completely sure. Maybe he's just old. And here we have TSL Killer, a.k.a. Songho, a.k.a. Ryan Shield, a.k.a. all sorts of stuff.
Songho is a good friend of ours personally.
Yep. I actually lived with this guy for a year.
Yep. We've actually been on road trips with this guy. We've actually been on road trips
fun,
with
man.
Songho.
We teach each other phrases. It's fun times.
Usually offensive ones, but
yeah, always offensive ones.
Always offensive ones.
What else do you need to know, Tasty?
I don't know. All I know how to do is insult people. No, he's a good friend of ours. He's very talented. Also a good friend of Noni. And that is a hilarious face to make. And the answer is no to the thing you wrote down since we got caught writing notes.
Anyways,
sorry. So this is going to be interesting. I do believe that our Protoss player, Songho, is the favorite. We saw his build, 4 sentries, then Immortal. I really like that build.
I don't use exactly that right now in PvT, but I use something similar.
Yeah.
Because if you get a bunch of sentries, it's good.
It's basically an Immortal rush.
Well, the Immortal, I think, was more reactive. In
You
the
think
games
so?
That we saw. He's like, oh, you're making Marauders right now?
Well, the way I see it is like you can't just get sentries and
That's
not
true.
attack to something quickly.
Well, the thing is they're always going to have Marauders, so...
That's true.
Even though I want to call it reactive, I feel like if he had scouted 0 Marauders, only Marines and stuff, he wouldn't have made it.
Yeah. All right, but we don't have any time to talk about this. We got to go to the maps. So let's get a shot at that now. Scrap Station, Shacross Plateau, and Jungle Basin.
Ooh, Songho, Killer has to be happy with this. Gilja removed Blistering Sands, by the way, and Killer removed Delta Quadrant. Protoss players still not liking that Delta Quadrant map. Anyways, Scrap Station, wide open map. Protoss can do pretty well on this map, but the Raven timing attacks can be very scary for Protoss to deal with. Anyways, we're going to start. Are you ready?
There's no more time. We have to go. Get ready. In the red, our Terran player. A Star League champion in StarCraft 1. Here in StarCraft 2, he is Gilja. Sync. S-Y-N-C. Not like where you do your dishes, but like synced up. Go to Code S. Our blue Protoss player from the Team Eastro in StarCraft 1, now on the team the CB Life in StarCraft 2. He is called
TSL
Killer.
Now, to give
formerly
you,
known as Songho.
Yeah. To give you some sort of idea on the levels of various StarCraft pro gamers at different times, Gilja was a champion, was not playing StarCraft 1 professionally before StarCraft 2 came out. Songho, on the other hand, had retired like a couple months before it came out for personal reasons, but prior to that, he was actually a Pro League player, a top Protoss in the entire world.
Yeah.
So this guy is actually one of the big-time switches over to StarCraft 2. Even though he hasn't been as successful as some of the other ones, definitely in StarCraft 1 he was more successful than
this
a lot.
guy is supposed to be one of the best people to train with.
Yeah.
In StarCraft.
StarCraft 1
and 2.
Actually.
Yeah. He's got a diverse playing style, so you can get a lot of different practice out of him. We didn't see him get very far, but what we have seen from him, he's quite good.
Yeah.
He's also a charming gentleman.
Yeah.
He's actually cool enough to hang out with Ro32 and me.
That's actually
a hard thing to do. It's tough, man.
Yeah.
You got to pass all these tests and stuff, and
send in an application.
We scan your brain.
Yeah. We see what kind of secret handshakes you know what to do.
Yep.
All sorts of cool guys.
All sorts of stuff like that. The probe is scouting, orbital, starting, all very by the book.
Quite tasteless.
Quite indeed.
And, well, looks like he's going to get his second gas. Pretty standard. That just means that we're not going to see as fast expansion as you could. If you don't see the second gas, you just see one. 99 times out of 100, it's going to be a Nexus being made. If it's not, it's some terrible Bronze League 4-gate rush, probably. Marine just scouting around.
Yep, just looking around, sees there's an automaton up there.
He's like, oh my, that's not Protoss.
It's just a dreidel with legs. Okay.
Who would leave the automaton?
I don't. First of all, somebody built that unit and left it on scrap station.
Yeah.
Now, I just hope the automaton does not know how to feel pain.
Yeah.
Because that would be a lonely existence.
That would be a painful.
That would be so sad.
Reaper being made, by the way, by Gilja.
We don't see Reaper very much on this map, to be totally honest.
Yeah, it's
because of the long distances, the travel.
But it is still good. Absolutely, you can get a lot of scouting done with it. It can check for pylons and stuff like that. It can jump up and down onto different levels of terrain. Oh my god.
That's right. It's got its Nickelodeon moon shoes.
That's true.
He's good with those. The Reaper's so good he can beat the hardest level on DDR with Nickelodeon moon shoes. Now just imagine that for a minute.
That's crazy,
That's crazy.
That's like 16 feet.
Now, I'm under the impression this Reaper is not actually to scout or to harass, but to make sure there are no probes spotting the fast expansion.
Yeah, that's definitely could be used for that, as well as, of course, searching out for anything else. It's got a very fast move speed.
And we're going to see what exactly he wants to do from here. Okay. I spoke too soon. He's going to peek. Is there an expansion here? No.
And now he's probably going to jump up on the high ground, see what he can see. And all he's going to see is a very safe build.
The probe sees it ahead of time.
He's going to go in here. Sees a robotics being made. Sees...
Uh-oh, this is bad because it's just sentries. Sentries are slower than Reapers. He warps in a Stalker to intercept that. And the Reaper's gone. Now note, this is very characteristic of Songho. He gets... just like we said, a lot of sentries and an immortal pretty quickly.
Yeah. I think he is going to get aggressive, though, Tasteless. As we see on the production tab, he's making that immortal, and he's making a couple more gateways. So he has decided, okay, it's a Reaper. Obviously, you're expanding. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't kill you.
Whoa, 2 more gates. Songho is not investing into the late game. He's doing a rush strategy.
Certainly is.
Command center's moving. There's a small window of time in which the Terran is vulnerable.
Yeah. If he hits just right, the sentries are going to be quite useful, but he needs more attack units than what he has right now.
Oh, this is so bad. Terran should definitely not be tearing down this wall right now.
Yeah. And also, by the way, another immortal is being made, so Songho definitely going to go ahead and do an attack.
With about 2 Guardian shields and some... Oh, I don't... Okay, whoa. Why is Terran doing this? This is a terrible idea.
Yeah, it looks like he wants to put on some pressure.
He's like, I want to make sure Songho can get to my base fast and kill me so Tasis and Artosis get off work soon. But look! We're not paid by the hour, buddy. No, this is actually ridiculous. I don't know why he's doing this. This is just not safe. He saw Songho did not fast expand.
He must be thinking, oh, you probably made a Nexus after all that. Because 2-gate Robo actually transitions nicely into a Nexus, but say he's going to scan, see a couple of mortals, and decide, uh-oh.
Songho's like, wait a minute. All right, I'll take that.
Yeah, and this is going to be a hard army to stop. He is mostly Marauders right now, and that's going to make these Immortals unbelievably strong.
He's got to target fire the Immortals. Immortals are a little bit slower than other units, so it's not easy to micro them. He's bringing up the SCVs.
He knows he's in trouble.
Target fire in the first Immortal.
And that Zealot doing some good damage in there. Just force fielding everything so nothing can get away. Still has an Immortal in there. He's picking off Marauders so easily. Now, Gilja still has a decent amount of units. That was a very good retreat timing. Songho walking up the ramp now. Trying to hit into the production facilities. He's got to be careful. SCVs can always come out and help.
He's not going to take a risk. He could go in the main, try to end it now, or he could go for the expansion. He's hoping that the Terran's going to get nervous and try to rush down and save himself.
That's right. He's banking on force fields.
Terran panics. He brings the SCVs. Songho runs for it. He says he's going to be losing mining time anyways. The Immortal in the front is gone.
Very nice, picking off that Immortal. Trying to wait for the stim to run out, and he does, in fact, outweight it. In the meantime, those two Stalkers are doing good damage at the expansion.
He might actually just loop around and go attack again. Oh, over at the Terran expansion. Over at the Terran expansion, we have two Stalkers.
They're still there, still doing a lot of damage.
So Terran
One of them actually killed a supply depot. Unfortunately, he wasn't attacking SCVs. If he had been, every SCV at that expansion would have been dead.
The Automaton 2000 down here checking this all out, saying, thank God I'm neutral. These guys are so good. Thank God I'm the Switzerland of units in this game.
It looks, Tasteless, like you are right. He is going to loop back around and attack again.
So Protoss moving in across the bridge.
Looks like he's going to wait for that one Immortal he is pumping out. Immortals can be very useful. The problem is, as you were saying, they're slow. When he was retreating with the last one, the Marauders just hit it with concussive shells, and that was it for Mr. Immortal.
Dr. Immortal.
Yeah, well, you know
They didn't go through 8 years of Immortal medical school to be called Mr. Immortal.
I tell you.
If I can just
he did not live
steal
up
a
to
joke
his
from
name
Austin
there.
Powers. All right, this is going to be bad. He should probably put those sentries a little bit farther back, though. Okay, now his position's good. Guardian Shield, Stim.
That bunker going to do a good job. Very good Guardian Shield here.
He's going for the Immortal, but the Immortal goes back.
Immortal taken out, and I don't know, man. It's not looking too good for Killer here. Even though he's killing off good portions of the army,
yeah.
Gilja has the double mules. His supply is skyrocketing in comparison. 60 to 46 right now, catching the sentries. Such an important unit.
He goes back, though. Stim only lasts for so long. He's chasing him down again. At this point in time, Songho, a.k.a. Killer, does not have the luxury of expanding. He has to commit.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to get about one more try to kill. I can't imagine it working, though, Tasteless. He's mostly down to just Stalkers. He has no Spellcasters, no Immortals. He is making one, but it's going to be out pretty late. Bunker's going up for Gilja. He is looking pretty unkillable from here.
Yeah. You know, I think there was a small mistake that Songho made, and that was when he actually drove the Terran up the ramp. He should have gone for the expansion. It only takes 2 force fields to block the Terran off from that location.
Yes.
And then he could have, even if the Terran tries to engage, you have your own high ground, and that's the location, to the bottom left of this expansion that Sync has, Gilja.
I think you're quite right about using force fields to hurt that expansion a bit more. He definitely needed to do more economic damage to his opponent, and then he could have expanded. But the problem is that he didn't do that. He had 2 Stalkers in there. He killed, 5 SCVs maybe, which is nice, but that's easily replaceable. If you kill every SCV and make it run away, then they lose mining time. Obviously they've lost more SCVs. Maybe you can get away with the Nexus, which he is making now, as we see.
Ugh.
But from here, he's so far down in supply right now. Sync just hit 100.
It's basically going to be up to Sync to screw up.
Yeah,
if our Protoss is going to win this.
Mess up pretty bad, but very smartly getting that Twilight Council. If he can somehow, some way get to Psystorm before Gilja actually attacks, then it could work out. Psystorm very, very good against Marine Marauder.
So I hear.
It is amazing.
I've heard rumors that Psystorm kills infantry quite quickly, Ortosis.
It kills it quicker than you can even imagine.
Yeah. Ghost Academy coming. I ain't afraid of no ghost, says Songho, but he really should be.
Yeah.
That's a really bold statement, Songho. I can't believe you just said that. You're a cocky guy. Okay, here comes a Terran. Moving out. I think this is the end of the game, folks. I just said folks. I'm like Bugs Bunny. I can't believe I just used that word. Okay.
That's all, folks. He just does not have the units here. The Zealots even getting impeded by those shields, and Gilja with more than enough.
You can see the frustration in his face. He says, damn it. No way I can recover. GG. And sink. Gilja
picks up game 1. Very important game.
I'm surprised the Protoss didn't win that, considering I think it should have been easier for him. I mean, he actually opened up the bridge on Scrap Station.
Yeah.
He fast expanded. Sung-Ho did 2 gate into Robo into 2 more gates. So he had Immortals, a ton of Stalkers and Sentries, and he actually killed the Terran's army, drove him up the ramp, and then still didn't win.
Yeah. Well, you were right, Tasteless. He should have used force fields on that ramp. Keep him up there. Even if you can only force field up twice, with all your Stalkers on the side hitting all those SCVs at the expansion, you can get into a nice spot where you're like, okay, time to evacuate from here, and you'll be all right. But he didn't do that. He did this very risky, rushy all-in strategy, did not execute right, and he's lost that first game, so he's going to have to pick up the win on Shakur's Plateau, Tasteless.
This is being an interesting series thus far. I think you would probably been better off just 4-gating, no Immortal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. The Immortals, they take a long time to build, a huge amount of resources as well. And, of course, you can't warp them in. You have to rally them in. So you make a couple and then you go because it takes so long to actually rally into battle.
There is a build you can do where you can go a proxy Robo that actually Guillaume Patry was doing a while back. I don't even know if he plays still, but you'd proxy Immortals and do a 2-gate rush and chrono boost out the Immortals.
Yeah.
Because then they get this awkward pace, and I don't care how many Marauders you make, you know. I don't care, all right?
Well, you should care. They're Marauders, man.
I know.
Big enough numbers, they take out like
those
carriers
things are pretty
and
good.
motherships. And
they lay on their back, they can shoot down the mothership.
That's right, man. Tip me over.
So our next map is going to be Shakur's Plateau.
It's going to be a good map for Killer.
They're far apart, like they are in Scrap Station. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen.
Yeah. By the way, guys, bring in some questions to the GomTV.net forums. We're going to go ahead and ask the winner an interview.
The countdown's begun. Get ready for the sick series to continue here at the GSL, sponsored by Sony Ericsson.